Never was I a slave. I'm the substance of life without a price, because I am free and cannot be sold or bought. I don't care what your children were taught. In life, I'm a spiritual warrior, an African ninja. I don't care if I offend you because I'm here to bend the lie back into truth. A little longer will I. Truth and falsehood be strangely mixed. I see your tricks and manipulation because of your melanin frustrations. Because you be chasing my dreams, hundreds, builders of pyramids and great civilizations, the ultimate relations. So therefore, I was never a slave nor a nigger. You see, I have faith in God and don't have to see him to believe in it. So therefore, I can't develop a God complex and take everything out of context, like marriages of the same sex. No reproduction, so what's the function? The maker of man-made laws gone mad like Nero, your hero, playing his violin as the world burns out of control by those in control with no soul and no passion for the masses. But you can't control me. I'm mentally free, and never was I a slave nor a nigger. You will never be able to figure me out because I am the mystery of ancient and future times in the long line of masterminds and griots, the keepers of our story. So in this so-called post-racial era, it becomes clearer that everything is out of control as the people with no soul are sold a new culture identity without indemnity, as you become your own enemy once again, as the system that hasn't changed has you believing social equality has been attained just because of the fame of one African king in the society of Europeans who surrounds him. I'm talking about Obama. Do you think they treat him like the next of kin or he's really their friend? Just look at the Republicans and how they treated him, how they voted. My third eye is open. I see clearly it's merely hypocrisy being paraded as democracy for the republic in which it stands. Oh, say, can you see? It's all connected from the sinking of the Lithuania to the present day chaos by the Iranians. Man-made paradigms without limits, standing on the verge of total economical planned collapse. And this don't have anything to do with the Zodiac. It goes a long way back to the Knight Templars of Solomon, who became the learned elders of Zion, lying in wait to implement the next phase of the plan. As they have commercialized the revolutionary slogan, power to the people. The people don't know what they be buying because the IRS, Federal Reserve, and the international bankers all be lying. The final sign of the New World Order be put into place. But you see, I was never a slave or a nigger. And I figure one aim, one purpose, one goal for those with melanin in their soul as God plans unfold. Yes, I never was a slave nor a nigger. Because what's happening now in 2019, if it wasn't for this black brother, this black warrior, Brian Allen, taking a stand with those black caucus members that didn't even do a thing to raise their hand against this or help this man against Comcast, you know, the Comcast television broadcast that we all pay our money to. They don't want us to have inclusion into this system of economical wealth that they are controlling. But our brother Brian Allen happened to be one of us who got a little cash. He said, man, you ain't gonna keep us out of this circuit of the flow of money. So now he's in the Supreme Court on the 13th or the 12th of November. He stands up against the DOJ of that guy named Trump and the Supreme Court that has been stocked with them people who support those multi-million vampire millionaires. So, as your host, your gracious host, Humam Abdulmalik of Blackanized Report this morning, wanted to start off with that because I'm totally complex and perplexed about we are not putting people in check, specialist system. And when a man stands up on his own with his own money and stands up against the United States of hypocrisy in the courtroom, and then these people they're supposed to be the Black Caucus, only about 12 of them out of the what, 50 or 60 something of them gave some credence to what he was doing. And then nobody was saying nothing until I give a shout out to morning the Breakfast Club. I give a shout out to them for broadcasting this brother and what he's doing. Man, that's a revolutionary brother. That is a brother that's a black man, that's a race man, that's taking a stand. And we can't support him, then we ain't on the level of what we claim to be. If we're not universal and in universal unification, then we need a new education. We got to really come into out of the indoctrination into our own indoctrination and do what we're supposed to do. So therefore, I let you know, I was never a slave nor a nigger. In 1866 or 1886 or 1885, I don't care what they taught. I was part of the Maroons of the Seminoles. I was part of the brothers in Haiti. I was a part of those, my ancestors, that got that revolutionary spirit in me that I can see clearly. I can see clearly because I don't see this with the physical eye, and I don't walk around with my eyes wide shut and see I ain't gonna forgive nor forget. And I ain't gonna turn the other cheek. You hit me, I'm hitting back. And I don't care how big you are, how small you are. But see, I ain't fighting against us. My war is against my natural enemy in this system of racism. And that's all, that's it, that's all. Until it falls, I'll be at war because they at war with me. See, they trying to kill me off and my kind, but I ain't that kind to them. I'm going to generate the truth. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to let people know that we're dealing with a system of hypocrisy, a system that make mockery of a system that, you know, we go through their education systems and get these degrees and all that. And we seem like we be living the life of Raleigh, but Raleigh and all them is a bunch of folly. It's a bunch of deception and manipulation to keep us being consumers and all that, never being producers. I say, I tip my hat to this brother, this warrior king, this spiritual divine essence that's a blessing for black people all over the world. Brian Allen, man that stood up with his own money. He faced everything that he's facing because Coretta Scott King told him, man, you better be careful. You know what they did to my husband and Malcolm. You know what they did to Medgar Evers. You didn't even know what they did to their own kind. I'm talking about John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy. And whoever done it in this criminal enterprise, they all connected. They can say the mafia, CIA, FBI, whatever. They all part of the criminal enterprise. So we got to realize and we got to rise up and don't be surprised at anything they might do. It is our time in this day of, in the age of Aquarius, that we must stand up and be the true warriors with the divine and spiritual nature on the pathway of our ancestors and come out of their social engineering and indoctrination and even their education. It's a false education to keep us incompetent upon them, to want to cling on to them. The thing is, the whole thing is that they want us to duplicate and replicate them and act like them, right? But they duplicating and acting like us. And everything they got today, we already had in the past. Everything, even the computer. It was in a different form of fashion, but we had it in the past. We had all the electronical works and everything in another form and fashion. We just got to research more. We see it in the walls in ancient Kemet, you know, where truth is etched in stone. We see all the illustration of planes and helicopters and this and that. but they don't give us all the information. They take it, they use it, and then they say it's their their discovery or whatever. But see, they don't give us the discovery because they know what they discovered comes from our hands and our minds because we had a divine insight into everything. We got to go beyond their time that they said that they set time, because time didn't even exist when we was talking about it. We were just living in space, inner space and outer space. We were ethic, real human beings until we took this flesh form. And when we did that, we was the first to be here. And, you know, it's like, where did we come from? We either came from up there or we came from down here. But we came, and it's all in between all of that. And it's about research and understanding the esoteric and arcane knowledge that we find everywhere that we find it. We got to listen to the griot because they know the story for sure. And the thing is, what we got to do as a people, we got to unify, right? We got to unify or we're going to continue to die, even though we're going to die anyway. But our death don't have to be in a certain way. It don't have to be in like homicide or murder and this and that. Our death should be natural. We should live long ages like we did in the ancient future. We used to live so like 900 years, 1,000 years or whatever. However long we live then, we should live now. But they got all this pollution, not only in our mind, but in our food and everything, because they're trying to kill us off. They don't want us to rise into that divine essence that we are, so we'll realize where we're supposed to be. And see, racism is a worldwide epidemic that's deep rooted in the roots of their perception and their conception of their lives. Because when they came out the caves, they was mad at everything. They didn't have no regards for nothing. They didn't even have no regards for God. So we got to guard ourselves against their God, because their God is a corruption and hypocrisy. Their God is the dollar bill. And they steal all our symbols and put it on there. They started in 1706 with these 13 devils or land grabbing thieves. And that come from the last poets, because I ain't going to flagorize anything. But that's what they talk on E Pluribus Unum. And it tells you the whole history and the story just on the back of the dollar bill that they tell us and have us in front of our face. And the Federal Reserve and the World Banks, they ain't nothing but crooks and robbers. Why do the government don't have no order? They don't order them at all. You know why? Because they put that in the contract of the corporation that they belong to. I'm talking about the Rothschilds, the Mellons, the DuPonts, and Cognys, and all those people, and the Weinstein, the Heinstein, and all the German and the Jew together. All of them is part of this. It's a conclusion with them, that their conclusion is that they don't want us to be in the divine spirit that we supposed to be. See, we supposed to be the Khalifa of the world, just like my Muslim brothers say. Allah in their doctrine says that we are the Khalifa to control the world, because we are being in harmony in the world. Even in the doctrine of the indigenous here in the land, they deal with Mother Earth, and they was in harmony with all of the animals and the trees and everything. And then even in the Akabu land, the same thing. They talk about that we deal with animalism and this and that. No, we put everything in its proper perspective. We know everything is connected in a universal way, in currency, one divine currency of one divine mind that created everything. And that divinity is in each and every human being, not mankind. I said human being. And they can like learn the ways of our ways that they did. So they did learn our ways, and then they plagiarized and stole and killed and murdered and became tyrants all over the world. Everywhere they've been, they spread the blood in the name of their God, the God that I don't know about, the God that they created in their mind, because the conception of theirs was not divine. Their God is about what? Tyranny. Is about exophobia. They can't be around other people. They don't even like animals. They like to kill animals and just put them on their walls as trophies. They didn't use animals for the fur to keep them warm or for the meat to eat and all that, even though they should be eating the meat. I think that if vegetables and fruit is the medicine of the natural medicine and the divine cabinet of life, natural medicine, then that's what we should be eating. But your choice is what you want to do. Well, I know what it'll do to make you feel better. I know that for a fact because I'm an example of that. I got to slow down now because I just wanted y'all to know that, you know, I'm not no slave and never was I a slave and never will I be a slave. I don't care what they say because they don't validate me. They don't narrate for me. I have my story. My story comes from the annals of my ancestors. That's who I listen to in my temple. I listen to my ancestors and the creator through my intuition and however that energy reached me through my chakra centers and my kundalini and by my third eye being opened by the melanin affecting the pineal gland and pituitary gland. Now I'm a divine man. I walk on the divine pathway in the light of enlightenment. And that's what it is with me. And they say as a man thinketh, so is he. So if I'm thinking this way, who am I? I mean, if I think that way, then ain't that who I am? That's who I be. I accept me for who I am. So I don't care anybody on the whole planet Earth. Out of the 7 billion people, if all of them say it was this way, and I said that's way, I'm going with me. Because I know me, my way is the best way because the divine energy is in me. And that's what I follow because I see that away. I feel that away. I hear that away. I just don't hear physical. I just don't see physical with sight. I don't smell this with the physical, you 5 senses. I'm beyond that. I'm in a divine, energetic aura or whatever, holographic or whatever you want to say. You want to put it that way. That's where I am. That's who I am. And there's no doubt about it. I don't doubt myself. I don't doubt what my ancestors say. I don't doubt what not my ancestors, only my ancestors say. I don't doubt what the creator says to me through my astral traveling. I don't doubt it at all. I'm not in doubt what I say because I research and it came to me from not only my research, but it comes through me by what I gather from, I ain't gonna say channeling or whatever, I'll say on my astral traveling. When I go up and I be in trances, the information that I gather, I convey it. Man, it's like a workout, man, when you feel good, right? I feel good about where we at today. I feel good to being in this age of Aquarius and the people that around us, great people, so many great people. I see Baba Kaba, soul singer, great brother. He give you a message through the melodies and the lyrics of his words. I see Umoja Hotep Ra always giving me that energy by being on this broadcast. I see Henry Williams, the same thing. See, we got to support one another in our efforts and endeavors. We got to have that same currency of connection, and we got to support one another. Instead of black on black crime, it's black on black mindsets to be better, to pool our resources together, to come together in one essence, and that be the blessings of us unifying again and taking back over the globe. That is my objective. And there's an objective, not this mind, I'm talking about mine. In my mind that has been interjected with this divine prophetic profession that the Lord Supreme, whatever you want to call it, is in me. It has me speaking this truth. And again, I say as a man thinketh, so is he. That's what they say. So I'm thinking this way. So that's who I am. I am. That's what our ancestors said. Know thyself. And when thou know thyself, all these doors open up to you. And those doors have been opened up to me. The secrets of the 7 seals, the 24 elders, and all that I have seen in my trance state of mind and transcendental meditation. Without meditating, but I be in that state because that is my fate that has opened up to me. And on that key note there, I want to talk about Sankofa conference that's coming up, November the 16th at 1 to 4 at Martha's Table, 2375 Elvin Road, Southeast, Washington, D.C. And I say, everybody on the East Coast, come and be part of this sojourn in our ancestral gathering. Our ancestors' energy got to be in this space. So come and feel this space as we hear the vibration. I mean, we feel the vibrations and we hear the libation being given by Baba Zulu. You know Baba Zulu at Ujamaa School, this great teacher for years. They've been trying to take his school every method and form that they could, but whatever weapon that they use against him, he stands strong. It's the wind that can't blow down a baobab tree. You know the baobab tree that takes maybe 500 years to grow to the full fruition of it. So that's how strong that brother. Then we got brother Alpha Kuba. He already all the way from United Kingdom. Right now he's in the Atlantic City, what they call it, ATL. He doing a thing with the sisters down there about royalty, based on royalty, our royalty, that we got to deal with our royal bloodlines, our divine royal bloodlines. Then we got the great sister. We got the sister Reverend Dr. Karen Khadija Abdulmalik Davis-Foulks. She gonna give it to us about everything that she know, that she been studying for, I know, at least a decade and 5 years. I know that for myself. And I'm part of my growth and development comes from her and through her. She'll be there speaking on that truth. And hold up, I might be speaking too fast. She may be there because she might have another engagement, but you know, I'm trying to get her there with this magnet that we got. The people got to, and the ancestors and the creator got to get in her head, you know, like India Reed say, I'm in your head. And that's what I got to do. But anyway, and then we got Sister Jana from the Black Panthers, the chairwoman of the Black Panthers. She'll be there dropping her notes, keynotes, like my brother Kaba Soul Singer be saying, the keynotes or whatever. But she gonna be another keynote speaker. And then you got myself gonna be speaking how I speak, trying to drop the seeds that's gonna develop unification. If I drop the seeds into the subconscious mind, and then they be cultivated by self-cultivation, because the people there or coming should be able to be in this energetic spiritual, divine essence that is our blessing, because all of us should know we just trying to grow in that unification. And then the brother Alpha Kuba, he already from all the way from the UK had called to the embassies over there and talked to some the African countries or embassy of the countries, particular countries, about 4 or 5, Nigeria, I think, Angola, Sierra Leone or something like that. He talked to those and they gave him a number to embassies over here. So we're going to have some of those people in the room. So all this energy, all the energy is going to be there, right? And then the most powerful energy of the all is going to be the host, you know, the host of the most. The people don't even know, like he a ghost, but this brother is so great and dynamic. I'm talking about David Ayers, and they call him Oski Doski, gas god. I'm telling you, this brother may seem odd, but I'm telling you, in the nod of, man, he put the Wizard of Oz to shame and all that. He exposed their game. That's what I'm saying. He's the host of this Sankofa conference. It's going to be off the chain, because we're taking the chains off our minds and creating a chain of unification. That's what we're doing. Again, that's the Sankofa Conference, November the 16th from 1 to 4 at 2375 Elvins Road, Southeast. And there will be a lot of networking going on there with us here and everybody coming from everywhere. It's going to be an international conference. It's going to be, we need that. They say politics is legal, right? Politics is local, right? Maybe a good saying or whatever. But I was thinking today, right? It's a saying that people say, a good saying from one of the greatest iconic figures that's been in DC. That's the mayor for life, Marion Barry, right? And he said, man, if we at the table, if we ain't at the table, we ain't on the menu, right? And I was thinking when I was walking up the street, that's a great saying, right? But what about this? Won't we have our own table and cook our own food and write our own menu, so we ain't got to be at their table? they give us crumbs. They give us what they want from their menu and what they're cooking. Let's establish a Black Wall Streets again. The years of what, 1923, when they destroyed Tulsa, Oklahoma, like 1921, they might have destroyed Smallwood. Those Wall Street districts were where Black people were unified and had their own capability of running their own cities and stuff like that. I'm talking about banking, education, entertainment, all those things. But what happened? People got jealous of them and told lies on them and came and attacked them. But now we got to establish that same mentality to establish an infrastructure and a foundation built on our Blackness, on our divine education. We must do this. We cannot do this. We must do this. We cannot not do this. This is our time in the age of Aquarius. We got to use all our occult sciences and come together. They tell us don't do this and don't deal with that. When we must just don't pay attention to them no more, because they use our occult sciences against us. That's why you think there's so many missing bodies for their fun and what they do in taking body parts, sex orgies and blood sacrifices. I mean, there's so many missing people that they don't say nothing about. They don't say nothing about it on the news because they control the news. Then the news is a fabrication to keep us blinded to what's really happening in this nation. It's propaganda and, like they say, fake news, whatever. But we can't lose in this game no more, because it ain't no game in this chessboard in life, or the poker that they be playing, political poker with our lives. And it's about our lives. It's about, we got to defend ourselves, our wives, sons, daughters, relatives, because they be kidnapping us. They be doing that. When they don't kidnap us, they indoctrinate us to have us through social engineering to hurt each other. They turn our young adults into predatory and animalistic killers of each other for some few dollars and for drugs that they bring in the country. They bring the drugs in the country, they bring the guns in our community, and they put it right smack dab in our community, and we grab for it and say, I'm going to get big, I'm going to be a celebrity, I'm going to be a star. So that's the way they do that. Then they also use us to become stars. They indoctrinated us to be, I want to be a movie star, I want to be a rapper. Then you got to go to a doorway. You got to go to a doorway and become a hallway. That's what they say. I'm saying you got to do certain things to achieve certain levels. And they say everybody in that arena did their thing, and do their thing, but they keep it a secret. They say that's how Tupac Shakur got assassinated, because he gave up Quincy Jones, because he was on to Quincy Jones' daughter, and Quincy Jones supposed to cracked on him, and he ain't supposed to tell the secrets of that secret circle or whatever, that occult circle that most of those people be in. Then we got the gatekeepers, the boule, the talented 10th and all that. They don't have our best interests. A proof of that is just what I was just talking about with Brian Allen going up against economical inclusion, that these people trying to use an old law. They say the first civil rights law, that when we came out of captivity, so-called slavery in 1865, that law that came in to protect us, to have us a part of the economical growth and everything, and being entrepreneurs and all that. But they trying to stop that. They trying to not share that wealth where we can get into those doors. Those of us that have that economical feasibility, like this brother, Brian Allen, that stood up against that, saying, no, this ain't going to work like that. No, you're not going to stop me. I'm on the move. And you know who doing that? Comcast. What I say about that, our weapon also is what we got to do and use to take back this globe is boycott. Boycott them. Get another cable network and boycott them, man, because they don't have our best interests. I say all corporations that we know don't have our best interests, boycott them. That is our weapon. We used it one time before, now we got to use it again. And I say to let us know that we're doing that in a unified effort, we do hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We let each others know what we're doing around the world. It's a worldwide corporation that we're dealing with. It's a conglomerate of racism that these Europeans are connected to, from the Queen of England and all the European countries and the Vatican and all that. They are the masterminds behind this, along with the 13th family, headed by the Rothschilds and the DuPonts, the Mellons, and the Rockefellers, and all those people. And the international, what is the World Bank and the Federal Reserve and the IRS, all of them is in cahoots with this stuff. They're not part of a government system. They private corporations, but they manipulate us, and we accept this as they steal and rob from us. And on the other side of that note of hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott, we got to come together and deal with Black on Black enterprise. We got to spend our money with Black, think Black, act Black, school Black, everything Black. It got to be melanated for a fact. That's what we got to do, and we got to stay on track with that. That's the only way that we're going to deal our infrastructure and foundations of, once again, controlling the globe. We got to control the globe and our principles that we had in the ancient future. We got to go Black, and then we got to bring that right now and deal with that. We got to deal with it holistically in every methodology, every preaching, everything that we deal with as Black people. As you know, people be talking about citizenship and all that. We are citizens of the universe. We are the citizens of the whole world. We was the first of creation that the created energy put here first. Where, what, and all that, we'll find out. But we know that we were the first human beings, H-U-E, hue, that melanin, all throughout the universe. We were here first, and everything came from us, through us, and all that. But then they got on top of and in control somehow or the other. Some people say that it was this or that. I don't use words like curse, because that ain't nothing but a trap. It's a mental trap and a spiritual trap. When they talk about Ham cursed his son and Canaan looked on his father and all that, they are the creators of homosexuality and pedophiles. That was their culture. Look back at this story, starting with Alexander the Great and the emperors of Rome. Look how they dealt with the stuff. And even look at the so-called Jews, the Khazar tribe, which came out of Europe and overran a tribe of people, and they say they took on their culture and say, we Semitic now. How can a Semitic European be Semitic when they come from Europe? But that's what they do. And then who back them? The English, Britain, and the Americans, so-called American, all these Europeans that come over and say, well, we Americans now. You ain't even indigenous of this land. We are. Is really so-called Indians, is us. And that's what we got to know. We got to change all the stories that they told and erase them from our mind, from the computer that's here in our brain. We got to do all that to maintain our sanity in this world. We got to be on the divine, a divine aspect of our being here. We got to get into our temples. We got to get into our innerverse, and we got to rehearse what's coming from our DNA, spiraling through our innerverse to come out and have a profound effect upon this universe. And I say one more time, Sankofa conference coming up, November the 16th, the next Saturday. It's right around the corner. It ain't that far off. We need everybody to be there, that energy to be, He's like a Malcolm X say, our power together, our unification is like an atomic bomb. See, but we don't use violence. We did use divine essence and love. But when we had to get there, we know how to be a gorilla. See, they ain't trained us. We was already warriors. Warriors is our innate nature. But we peaceful. We're in harmony and peace with nature. But we know how to use nature. We know how to deal with that divine energy, to be shamans, to be voodoo priests, to be alchemists and all these things, warlocks and all these things, witches and all those things that we use. We use it for the betterment of humanity, the healing, what we do when we use our occult scientists. There go my brother Oski Doski right there. There go the brother, the hashtag Dog Bruce Wayne. That's the brother I was talking about that's going to be the host of the Sankofa conference. I'm telling you that he the most. He is the ultimate of all hostess. And I give a toast to that brother. And also, if you need something to deal with some clothing line and all that, he got the and digital world and works. That's the man, VCP. Oski Doski. That's my brother, man. Loving the life. That's my big brother, right? Yeah, got to give him this light that he's shining in, right? He's shining in a dark light coming from the black hole. I don't know nothing about that. That's spirituality that unfolds. But anyway, we got to do what I say, not what I say in particular. It's coming through me, not what I say. See, I'm not egotistic, self-centered, or arrogant. I'm just a servant of the people. I'm a servant of our Lord, and the annals of time from our ancestors that had penetrated my mind and my temple. And I'm inclined with this spiritual essence, this divine blessing that has given to me, that's unfolded in my life. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. See, I got a tendency to be who I be, but in my spirituality, sometimes my humor may be overwhelming. So whatever I do, it got a message behind it. Even if I had to, no, I ain't even go there with y'all. But whatever what I do, I do. See what I'm saying? Whatever I do, I do. I do it without excuse, and I be unapologetic about it. Because I'm a black man, I'm a race man, and I'm a man that's in this race to establish blackness all over the land, all over the world. That's my goal. Only the goal that's given to me by divine decree and what I believe my ancestors have led me to be, this emissary of my Lord. I take the responsibility. I don't care if the 7 billion was standing against me. I'll still stand here. I'll stand alone with my ancestors. And I'll just keep going, moving forward to the elevation of our nation, to the apex and the abyss and all in between and outside. This is what I live for us to take back this globe again, place it back into the hands of our majestic queens and the myotic type of laws and systems that we had before, that we got away from, that we forgot, the laws of Ma'at. We got to get them back because we under attack, and that's the reality. We have to, we have to change our thinking. We have to develop schooling system, religious systems, and all that. Because they use religion to divide and conquer us because we're the majority in all religions. That's a fact. Then the schooling system, they indoctrinate us to be Eurocentric in our activity, where we be competitive and not cooperative. Our nature is to be cooperative and help each other. Our nature is to be in currency of unity, but they have indoctrinated us to be competitive against each other. Hip, hip, hooray, I got this, I'm doing this, and that. Instead of say, do you need a hand? How are you feeling today? That's our nature. We feel for each other. We have to love for each other. We have to, engross each other into a commonality of our reality of peace and harmony. Once again, we have to get in tune with nature and the spiritual and divine pathway that's opening up to us, has been in this age of Aquarius. We don't have no excuses, no more excuses. We either are or we're going to do. If we're not, let's get out the way and let us who want to be the pathfinders on this path of reality of our divine nature and the essence and blessings of our Creator and our ancestors, so that we can do what we have to do as the star children that we are, shining so bright in the darkness of light that is all right, because it is our sciences, our occult sciences that we must bring back into reality. And with that, I'd like to say on Wednesday from 4 to 5, we could and we must listen to this sister that's talking about our health and an alternative way to dealing with our health with informational medicine. It deals with the cells. Don't you know your cells communicate in your universe? They communicate with each other. What's outside is inside. What the universe, there's a universe, and all things are interconnected in this divine scheme of things. And we got to know that. So this sister has been in this field for a decade or more studying. She's studious, she analytical, she like pinpoint to the pinpoint of everything she read and touch and all that. She's like a teacher that ain't gonna give up on you. So what I'm saying, on Wednesday from 4 to 5 on Any Light Radio, tune in to Reverend Dr. Karen Khadija Abdulmalik Davis-Foulks for enlightenment of your journey in your health and on the freedom train of Harriet Tubman, in the spirit of Harriet Tubman. We ain't talking about everybody talking about this and that of Harriet Tubman. We know the spirit of Harriet Tubman is in us. So whatever the movies and this and that and all that, we ain't got time to be debating and hating and all that. The movie was made because they make the movies. If we pool our resources like Tyler Perry did or done, tell them to make a movie and have it done correctly by us with our mind. Then we don't got to be doing all these crying and pointing fingers at each other. We have a black sister playing her. Whatever happened with them two, one, I say Negro pens or helping a slave catcher do that thing. That's what they do in movies. So we ain't got to let that play on us because we know the truth. We don't let them we don't let them validate us or nothing, man. It was just a movie. But we got to pull and extract the truth from it. That's what we do. We extract the truth. See, truth is, what the Moors say, truth is falsehood strangely mixed. False and truth strangely mixed. That's what it is. And we got to be the extractors of the truth. That's what we do with insight, divine insight. We don't let them just say anything, we accept it. No. But what I'm saying, we get on this freedom train in the Harriet Tubman experience with this sister on Inner Light Radio on Wednesday, 4 to 5, so you can be enlightened in how to stay alive and stop being caught up in the mental slavery of the medical industrial complex with the pharmaceuticals that we take. It's supposed to be for one thing, affect another thing. We got to know that. And this sister going to give you the help about that. Become your own self-doctor, self-healer. I'm a good example of it. Look, I'll tell you this. I ain't bragging or nothing like that because I don't deal with my ego and self-centered advantage. Man, I'm 63 years old. I used to can run 10 miles. I probably can run 5 now. But man, I'm in good shape. I feel good. I look good. I think good. I'm a divine warrior. I'm a spiritual warrior. Man, that's all that means anything to me. And I have so many connections with people like my brother. Where's my brother? Is my brother on here? I got my big uncle. I got my big uncle and my big brother. DC Loyalty Over Money. That's my big uncle. That's his clothing line, right? And man, he doing the thing. And when he rap, and then Oski Doski, the same thing, got VCP clothing line. And when he rap, these two brothers rap with substance, talking about solutions. Those my brothers, man. They're my brothers, and we in conclusion with changing things. That's what we do, because we think we're world changers, we pathfinders, we are innovators, we are entrepreneurs. And that's what we do, and that's what we need worldwide. That's why we're making this connection at the Sankofa Conference. Getting back on the freedom train, though. Y'all tune in on Wednesday from 4 to 5 with this brilliant sister. Well, I love the life and the life she's living because she helped me live my life better. That is Reverend Dr. Karen Khadija Abdulmalik, Davis-Foulks, on Inner Light Radio, 4 to 5 on Wednesday. Then one more I want to tell y'all about. I'm talking about Alpha Kuba, the co-host of the Sankofa Conference. He already in the UK, now he in the ATL, getting ready to come to Washington, D.C. This brother moves around, but he's a black man, a revolutionary. Man, that's my partner for life. He's my comrade. He's the vanguard, middle guard, and rear guard that we are guarding and protecting our God and our ancestors with regard to our divine spiritual energy to make this unified effort and connection on this world to take back the globe. I was looking for my brother, Baba Ansel Carter, but he ain't on this. He another warrior that I love to life and the things that he do and the things that he say. And so with that, Alpha Cuba comes on 8 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. I don't know if he's going to do a broadcast this Sunday. He may, because that's how he is. But anyway, he's here in the ATL, going to be here at the Sankofa Conference on November the 16th at 1 to 4 at Martha's Table, 2375 Elvin Road, Southeast. Great brother, his radio show, he has some great, some guests that I'm telling you, they be popping, hot butter popcorn, pop, 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 with information, man, that help build great nations, a great Black nation. That's what I'm talking about. That's what our purpose is here today, what is going to be that day in unification. That his broadcast is on Sunday on Diamond Radio and Facebook Live. You can see all that around the world. Just like this broadcast is around the world. I be in Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and all that. I've got a connection with my brothers, even brother and young brother. He's 20 years old. He might be 21 now. This brother is sharp, man. I be like, woo, man, I wish I had more money. I'd support him, but I'm not there yet. But when I become, financially free, if I get $250 million, I'm going to give away $200 million. I'm telling you, I'm going to give it away. And then the 50, we set businesses, to maintain ourselves or whatever. But that's what my mentality is all about. My reality is what I'm searching for is our goal to get gold. The gold and diamonds we must control in our land. Over there and over here, we got to control our finances and pool our resources. So don't forget on Sunday, Alpha Cuba with Diamond Radio, 8 a.m. in the morning for about 2 or 3 hours, depending on how the flow is going. And so, I'm here every morning, weekday morning, with Blackanized Report, just talking about what we need to talk about to bring us together in the spiritual divine essence that is our blessing. And also, we must practice the principles of Kwanzaa every day, 365 or 366, whatever they say. We practice it every day, 24/7 or 28/4, whatever we want to say. That's Emoji Unity, Kukachakalia, self-determination, Ujima, collective work and responsibility, Ujama, cooperative economics, Nia's purpose, Kuumba is creativity, humanity, faith. One of those principles, just take it and run with it, throughout the year, practice all of them throughout the year. And that's what we got to do because we're trying to take back the globe. We're not trying, we're doing it. I take that word trying out my vocabulary because we do what we do and we make it do what we do. Ray Charles said that. Then we got to deal with Ma'at, the principles of Ma'at, the 5 laws of Ma'at that we forgot. We got to get back into them. That's what we rule the world with in harmony and peace. And the principles are truth, justice, balance, order, compassion, harmony, and reciprocity. That's what we got to do. We got to do those things to be strong. And then coming up soon, very soon in this month, we're doing the Blackanized Report, AMC report of ABO6, which I am the commissioner of. And we're going to have a guest that's from the community and talking about what they are doing in the community and what they want done in the community. And from their perspective, here in the studio, we're going to do that. But the main thing that I want to talk about, there's a matter of fact that on November the 16th, from 1 to 4 at Martha's Table, that's 2375, the Sankofa Conference, the Conference of Unification Worldwide, and all the people that said they were going to come, be there. Be there and be part of the energetic environment of our ancestors, saturating the air that we breathe in. Oh, I don't care what the weather be like. It can rain, it can hail, the hell with the hell, I say. And if the snow, let it blow over all. We deal with it when we want to go to a show. It don't stop us when we go to a concert. So this is more better than a concert because it's a concerted effort for us to unify, stop the dying in our communities and making a connection. Talk about reparation, land. We're talking about black businesses, spiritual healing. We're talking about the African system of education, history and culture, the current political system in our motherland. With the Chinese, Japanese, and Europeans coming there again, like colonizing our people. Then, like they over here and over there through social engineering, we killing each other. That's got to stop. And this is what it's all about, around the clock. So with that, I'm going to stop talking right now. But before I do that, you know I got to do the roll call. Roll call. Never forget, I wasn't a slave nor a nigger. Never will be, never was. Can't be brought, won't be. I might be sought, but I can't be brought or sold. They can't buy me off for nothing. I don't want none of their money. I'm gonna get my own. If I don't get it, I got it already. My wealth is my lineal wealth, my connection to the ancestors, and my Lord Supreme. I'm like the bird that come out every morning and catch that one. No, here go to I gotta keep a little human with our, our warfare. It ain't warfare, it's warfare. We don't want no hand. We gonna make our own way. We did it before, we're gonna do it again. Is in all ways, always. I say this and I mean this and I speak this truth. Because my ancestors tell me so. We got Henry Williams, we got Emoji, Hotep Ra, we got Kaba, Soul Singer. Yes. Keynotes, that's right. Then we got Demone Long, we got Darren Khan, then we got Oski Doski, Gas God. Then we got DC, Loyalty Over Money, Dion, yeah. Then we got Ole Lee Can Ruli. And I'm telling you, we all going to be free because we mentally and spiritually free, and we're on the pathway of our ancestors in African spirituality. And that's real. That's real. That comes to you from me by that is a phone call that shouldn't came in across this. I'm gonna tell them people to stop calling me. But anyway, without saying that, and always we have to be in accord with the divine alignment that the creator is put in our temples, in our universe. And all we gotta deal with it was when the DNA unfolds in our mind. We just gotta be inclined and listen to what we hear in the silence when it's being said. Coming out from being the living dead and the mentally dead. You can't do that no more. It's all about life. It's all about unity and the other royal bloodlines. Make that connection. I see y'all at the Sankofa conference. And thank y'all for sharing about the Sankofa conference. Those who have gave flyers, keep on doing it. We want a full house. We want our ancestors to be up there shouting, yeah, hearing the dumb JB to bring them in there with that energy that we be in there with the same perception, same purpose, same aim, that brain power, that mind power, that spiritual power, that divine essence power. And with that, I'm gone this hour, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Tell somebody that you love them. Speak to everybody. Say, hello, how you doing? You look so fine. All those things that touch your heart, touch your mind. You don't know what person just need that word sometimes. Y'all be blessed in this divine day. It's our blessed day in every way. Salam alaikum, Ashe, Hotep, Ubuntu, Alafe, brothers and sisters. Black power. That's black power. This black peace and this black love. And y'all be at peace because our war is against the beast.